Alright, welcome back to the channel. Today is the 31st of March. It is 10:21 p.m. We just finished at work. It is a Tuesday night. We are about to hit a triceps back and rear delt session at Powerhouse. I can't wait. It's going to be really good. It's my second day in a row on the 2200 calories. I feel really good. This morning I added a little bit more fiber to my diet with a bit of granola, and I think that definitely has helped me stay more satiated throughout the day. So moving forward, I'm going to continue to do that. We got our pre-workout meal with exactly the same granola like we had before. It's kind of doused in cinnamon, if you can kind of see it. So we got cinnamon protein powder. We got that granola. We got about 100 grams of cream of rice in here, and yeah, like I said, the cinnamon and a lot of cinnamon. So that is the pre-workout meal today. We're about to head to the gym and we're getting this session in. I think moving forward, I've built a pretty good baseline for my thickness in my back. So today, hopefully, will be a lot more width. I do want to try and get a little bit more wider and a little bit more, a little more stature to myself. So we're going to do that today. We're going to go straight into our 6 sets, maybe even 8 sets of back today. Of course, back is a strong point for me, so the volume requirement isn't really there. But I do love it hitting back. I do love it, and I'm going to try and really focus on my rear delts because I think, at least on my left one, my front two is a little bit more predominant than my rear. But when it comes to my right delt, it's a lot more round. So I'm going to try and focus on evening it out, bring more of my rear delts into play. And for that, I'll probably do some more actual rowing movements, but I'll probably do a low row today, really squeeze my back all the way through and not make it a lat bias row. So I'm not going to be driving through my hip. I'm going to be driving more up, right, and retracting my scapula. So I'll talk to you a little bit more when I get to the gym, but for now, that's it. I had this pre-workout meal, and head straight to the gym, and we'll see how we go. All right, so first sets first. Here we go. We got the JM press first for triceps. Last time we did one plate and a 10, we got 13 reps on the first set. So we'll see if we can beat that today. If not, hopefully at least match it. So we're gonna try that today, and then we're gonna go about 2 sets here, and then we're gonna move on to probably a rope extension, or at least another overhead. We'll see how we go. My mic is about to die, so hopefully it lasts the entire session. We'll see how we go. But without further ado, let's go. One more. All right, first set done. That was 13 again. Not too bad. Definitely need my elbows to be a little more warm, but that was good. On to our second set. Oh, fuck. Damn it. All right, only 9. Couldn't get the 12, but not too bad. All right, so we'll do one more back off. I got 13 reps on the first set. I got 9 reps clean, or 10 reps or whatever it was, on my second set. And now on my third set, pure back off, pure pump chasing. We'll see how we go. And then we'll move on to actual overhead extension probably, or rope, whatever I feel like. But for now, we'll do a burner and then call it there. Man. All right, give me a camera. All right, that was slow, controlled. Definitely pushed the same angle that I was going down from, so definitely a lot better in terms of feel, but way more controlled. Definitely got the pump from that. Let's move into a rope extension. All right, so second set now. So second exercise. I was gonna do a rope extension, but I kind of did a lot of like, locking out my triceps yesterday when I did my push day. So for the sake of, bang for buck, we're gonna do another overhead. We'll do this amazing Panada machine, very, very strict, very, very stable, full extension and full contraction as per usual. So I'm not too sure about full contraction actually, we're just stacking joints. So we're trying to stack our joints, but we'll do 35 kilos. I'm gonna try and go for about 8 reps or so. And then I might do a drop set, my second set, and then we'll call it off and we'll do back, so. Oh, I tried for 7, way too heavy for me, so we'll back off to maybe 30s or maybe even lower, to be honest. That was only 6 clean ones. Execution was good, but yeah, way too heavy for me, so we'll back off a little bit. We'll focus on getting the rep range, but yeah, we don't know our limit until we test it, right? So I'm perfectly fine with that, and we'll move on to our second set. Where we do a drop set. We'll probably do 30, maybe like what, 6 again, or 8, and then we'll drop it down to 15, pump it out, and see how we go. That is second and final set done of triceps. That I got my 8 reps with my 30. Very stoked with that, very hard. So, and then we dropped all the way to 15. Felt way lighter, but again, with every single drop set, you just can't get the reps, you can't force them through. That's complete muscular failure. That's exactly what we're trying to achieve. So I'm really happy with the tricep pump. Of course, not really great on my lateral head of my delt, lateral head of my tricep, my little shoehorn, whatever you want to call it. My long head though, pumped to the gills, exactly what we want. And yeah, that's enough. Let's go in the back, shall we? All right, so first exercise for back, we're gonna do a low row. We'll do 3 plates for about, hopefully around 10 to 15 reps. But this way I'm gonna do a little bit different to how I usually do it. So what I did last time was I always try and keep my elbow up to the sky and drive close to my hip and more for my lats. Over here, that's not the goal. So this time, I'm gonna try and really flare my elbows and really just retract my scapula, which means I'm working way more my lower and my mid traps. So I'm gonna really try and drive my elbow behind myself and really retract my shoulder blades, because that's exactly my function on my mid and lower traps. And I'm not trying to get my lats involved, because the subsequent exercises after this will be more lat focused. So this is pure pump chasing, pure actual scapular traction, and then we'll go into our lat movements after. So let's see how we go. That was 11, which was good. 11 in my first set, which means I hit my rep range and I hit it well. So we're gonna try for our second set and hit 10 reps. That was a bit of a struggle, so hopefully we'll get 10 reps for our second set, and then we'll move on to more lat focus. So I reckon we'll do 3 sets here, 2 at 3 plates, and then my last set I'll probably do a back off at 2 or maybe 2.5 plates, and then we'll move on. All right, so on to our second set now. Still 3 plates. Upon review of the video, it looks like I was up really tall, letting my shoulder blades roll over the seat over the seat and the pad and get a good stretch. But the angle into which I was actually pulling was a little awkward. It feels like I was on the row a little too, on the handles a little too low, and I'm kind of sweeping upwards because it actually hinges at the top here, and not like this versus the other low rows that I've done at Techno Gym ones at my Fitness Cartel. So I'm gonna try and adjust a little bit. I'm gonna drop the seat a little bit. I'm gonna put my hips just slightly back from the seat, so it's a little bit more straight on the center of plane that I'm pulling from, rather than me standing very straight and then me pulling kind of upwards like this. So I'm gonna try and fix that now. We'll see how this feels. It's obviously gonna feel a little bit different, but hopefully it's for the better. All right, let's go. My mic fell off clearly, but wasn't too bad. My seat did shift mid-set, which is not very nice, but overall it's good. Me shifting my hips a little bit back and pulling like that is a lot better. Like, feel a lot better when it comes to my back, and the line of the plane that I'm actually pulling from is so much more like in line with my back. So I'm pulling away from myself rather than trying to pull under me, which is a good fix that I made. So that's 2 sets done now. We're gonna go on to our third. I'll probably drop it just to maybe 2.5 plates, 2 plates, and then just rep it out now and feel the good contraction, then we'll go into our lats. Man. All right, so it is our second exercise. It's a lat pull down. So obviously this is more for lat focused than our normal row. So we'll do this, and then we'll probably do a pull over, or we'll probably do that Panada single arm machine. I've already spent 3 sets, so I've got 3 or 4 sets to actually play with now. So we'll do this, and then we'll move on. But we've got 70 kilos on right now. It's currently 12:40 at night, so better get a wriggle on. But let's see how the set goes. I've done a lot of pulling already with that middle low trap row, so we might just do pullovers in the rear delts, but we'll have a sus. So let's have a look. Here we go. All right, that was 70. Not too bad. Oh, that was good though. All right, on our second set. Man, oh, that is tough, man. That is tough. All right, that is 2 sets done. 2 sets done now. I think that's enough rowing for now. So I'm gonna do a pullover, get the pump, chase it, do some rear delts, and call it a day. Because man, it's taking a lot out of me today. So with the triceps, with the back, taking a lot out of me today. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna finish off today. So here we go. We are now onto our last back exercise. We are doing a lat pullover. So we're gonna do probably about 25 kilos or so. And what you'll see is I'm gonna have these attached to my wrists almost. And I'm gonna be like pronated so I can really feel my lats. And I'm gonna really go down, emphasize on that stretch, and keep my shoulders nice and locked. and then pretty much pull my wrist down to my pelvis and really get the full contraction of my lat. So obviously the lat function is to just abduct your arm up and down into your torso. So this movement is exactly what we're gonna try and mimic here. From here, shoulders down, emphasize the stretch in the lat, and then come here. Stretch, 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 and then finish off right here. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do 2 sets here because we only have 2 sets to spend now until our 6 sets is now done. We're gonna do 3 over there, 2 over there. Oh, hang on. We'll do 2 anyway, it's fine. Well, 7 sets is cool enough, but whatever. So we'll do that, and then we'll go on to rear delts. All right, I think that was 8 clean ones. So, very good set. On to our second. All right, 9 with 21 kilos. That is done for back. So let's do our rear delts. We'll call it a day. Well, looks like my mic did actually die towards the end of my session, which is a bummer, but that's all right. Editing this on the treadmill now, and I only just realized me just talking about how the session went. My rear delt is slowly improving. Here, I'm just taking my top off and then seeing how the back looks. Not too bad. You can clearly see the right lat isn't in balance, but I do look skinny fat, but that's all right. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.